If you live off-grid, you probably know that the composition of water collected from a spring or a well is very different from the composition of water collected by harvesting this stuff, rainwater. But if you don't know the difference, you could be in for a few surprises and possibly some very expensive repairs. Hey, welcome back to Off the Grid. Rainwater, stream water. You know, if you understand the difference between these sources of water, you'll probably be able to save some time in your washing, reduce the amount of soap you use, and probably avoid some significant maintenance expense. Stream water picks up minerals as it tumbles down the mountain on its way to the ocean. These minerals are what give water its taste, and they are mostly magnesium and calcium, which are leached from limestone and gypsum rocks. This stuff is called hard water. Rainwater, on the other hand, comes straight from the clouds. It doesn't pick up any minerals, maybe a little air pollution, but that's about it. It's basically pure water. You might even call it distilled water, since it was created by evaporation from the ocean and condensation in the clouds. But everybody calls it soft water.
Minerals, no minerals. That's the difference between hard water and soft water. We got this water from the nearby marina. They get their water from a stream. We got this water from our roof. It's the rainwater we've collected. Hard water and soft water behave differently when we wash, cook, flush, heat waters for showers. And that can make a difference in how clean we feel, how long it takes to wash up, even how long your water heater lasts. And replacing a water heater can be expensive, but more on that later. Here's a little experiment you can do that shows the difference between how hard water and soft water react to soap. I'm going to shake it up. Now I'm going to put the same amount of soap in the soft water. So let's take these over to a better light so you can really see the difference. This is the soft water. This is the hard water. This means you can use a lot less soap when you're washing, whether it's your dishes or your clothes or your body. Hard water, when you boil it, leaves a residue. Over time, it builds up. We use this coffee pot to heat water every day for over a week. And this is what we ended up with. Not too easy to see, but there's residue along here, on the bottom. Nothing bad, it's just calcium. Now this pot I used for the same amount of time, a little over a week. I heated up water every day for my tea, only I used soft water. Let's see what this pot looks like. No minerals, no buildup, no cleanup, using soft water.
Water heaters. Now, we use a propane tankless water heater, but it really doesn't matter what kind of water heater you have. Hard water leaves minerals behind when it's heated. In a propane hot water heater like this one, the inside has a whole series of small copper fins where the propane heats the fins, the water is driven through it, and provides hot water. But over time, the minerals in the hard water build up inside those fins, and your water heater gets basically arteriosclerosis. And sooner or later, it's going to have a heart attack and die. Now, if you have a water softener, you can prevent that from happening, but there's a lot less expensive way to do that, and we're going to show you how. The how is what's called a vinegar flush. So what are you going to need? Well, obviously, you're going to need some vinegar, some white vinegar. A couple of gallons of it if you can. You're going to need a bucket, this size or even bigger, that you can put the vinegar in. You're going to need a couple of hoses. Old hoses are fine. you're going to need a battery, and you're going to need a pump, 12-volt pump that you can connect to your battery. So what you do, first of all, is you turn the gas off and disconnect it from your water heater. Number two, you disconnect the hose that goes in and you disconnect the hose that goes out. And instead, you put these hoses on. One on the input side, one on the output side. The water going in is connected to your 12-volt bilge pump. From there, it goes into the bucket. So you're going to be sucking water out of the bucket using the pump, forcing it into the water heater. You connect the other hose to the out discharge, which goes back into the bucket. You hook everything up, connect it to the battery, and let it run for a couple of hours. In 2 hours, that acetic acid will dissolve the mineral deposits in your water heater, and it'll be as good as new. Last you a lot longer. Do the same thing with a tank water heater. Circulate that vinegar solution through the unit. Now, if you live off the grid in the woods and you get your water from a stream or even a groundwater from a well, you may have hard water. If that's the case, well, you're going to have to use a little bit more soap to keep things clean. And don't forget to use the vinegar to clean your pots, your toilet bowl, and once a year, that hot water heater. But if you live on an island, like here, and you collect your water from the sky, from rainwater, it's soft water. You're home free. Maybe a little slippery when you wash, but you can solve that by just using less soap. Bob's your uncle. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on our next trip across the water.